Welcome to Veranda CA. We're going to begin with the next part of where we left in chapter number 2. So we have some beautiful concepts coming right up there, so stay tuned in with me. The first thing we're going to see under this is a sales dashboard from a modern day accounting software. So this is how a sales dashboard looks like. We have some data graphics, we have reports here, we have pie charts to show the breakup of information. The entire overview can be summarized into this dashboard. You can choose what are the things you want to see, what are the things you don't want to see. You have performance analysis, you have scorecard, right? So then this is how a modern report looks like. Do you all remember seeing olden types reports or reports, before a few years, even before a few years, we had detailed Excel formats. Yeah, and from that Excel we probably had to create our own pivot tables and run macros to get some infographics, right? So as compared to that, Excel is still very widely used right now, but we do have infographics or dashboards such as these in order to give a better view in a single roof. So now this is a sort of a report. Why do we need reports? Why does a management need reports? What does the management want to analyze by seeing the reports? They want to definitely take the right decision. So in this part, we're going to study about management information systems. Yes, management information systems. What is a management information system? It is a report or an information tool used by the management to take decisions. It is an on-demand tool. Whenever the management wants it, it will ask for it, or it can be run at regular intervals in order to provide the management with the correct view so that they can take the correct decision. Now we're going to study a very important question called criteria of MIS. Criteria of a MIS report, Management Information System report. Under that, the code word is STAR. We have 4 points, STAR, STAR. Now tell me S. S stands for structured. Any MIS report should be well structured. Okay, well structured, should be easy to follow. Long passages should be broken up into readable form. Long passages should be broken up into readable form. The structure or the flow of information must be from general to specific. Must be from general to specific. You cannot have a very random or haphazard flow in an MIS report. It needs to be very structured. Okay. So MIS report number 1, criteria of an MIS report. Criteria. Under criteria, STAR. A good MIS report is prepared by a STAR employee of the organization. STAR. Structured, structured, structured. T. T for timely. Old information is pretty useless for anyone to take any decisions. So the information needs to be up to date. Up to date. Example, customer phone calls, emails, all of that need to be up to date as to what is the status right now. Right? Number 3, STAR. A for accurate. All the numbers, dates, timestamps, whatever is used in the report needs to be accurate, because wrong information could lead to wrong decision making. Structured. T for timely, A for accurate, and R for relevant. Okay, my MIS report needs to be specific to the area that I am asking for. I want the report only for the sales for the previous month in the West region. So it needs to be very relevant. It needs to give me exactly what I've asked for, specific to the business area that they are addressing. Unnecessary information should be ignored. If I'm asking for the sales report, they're going to give me everything, right from purchase to production to marketing to sales, yeah, everything. I do not need all of that. I've just asked for the sales report. So it needs to be relevant. Okay. So criteria of a MIS report. Criteria of MIS report. STAR. Okay. S for structured. S for structured. T for timely. A for accurate. A for accurate. And R for relevant. R for relevant. Business intelligence and data analytics. So done with MIS report. Next we have business intelligence and data analytics. Now what is business intelligence? They are mostly used interchangeably, but there is a slight difference between the two terms. Now both of these are technologies that helps or that gives information, and it helps in decision making, both of these terms. Okay, they are software tools that helps in running analytics on the data and giving the data in a summarized format or a format to which I can understand more and I can take the correct decisions. Now business intelligence talks about my past. Okay, business intelligence talks about my past. Data analytics talks about my future, what it is now and what is it going to be in the future. So business intelligence looks at why and how. Yeah, so past and current things it analyzes and it tells me why and how such and such thing has happened. Data analytics gives me an insight into what I should be doing in the future. But again said, this is used interchangeably. What technology is used in data analytics is also referred to as business intelligence. DA, data analytics, is this process of examining data sets to draw conclusions. Process of examining data sets to draw conclusions with the help of specialized system and software. We have many types of DA softwares in order to help us to analyze the data. With the help of specialized systems and software. Basic analytics and advanced analytics tools both are available. An example would be OLAP, Online Analytical Processing Tool. Online Analytical Processing Tool, OLAP, Online Analytical Processing Tool. Obviously, if you have data analytics in your company, tell me what are the things that are going to increase. Your revenue will increase, your customer satisfaction will increase, your cost will come down, your profits will increase. Yeah, so many direct benefits of having data analytics and acting on the solutions provided by your data analytics software. Revenue efficiency will increase, you'll understand the market trends better, you'll be able to market very well, customer service is going to improve. The other examples of data analytics software could be your Salesforce, Einstein, SAP Business Intelligence, Tableau. Yeah, these could be various other examples of your data analytics software. Now, in your book, they have given certain types of data analytics software. Please note that this could be important for your MCQ or for your descriptive answer. Now, it's a very interesting topic. Yes. Is everyone ready? Can we start? Data analytics application. Under that, we have two types of data analytics application that we're going to discuss first. Totally, we're going to discuss 9 of them. So, first is EDA and CDA, Exploratory Data Analytics and Confirmatory Data Analytics. Exploratory Data Analytics and Confirmatory Data Analytics. Now, as the name suggests, exploratory data analysis explores through the data to find some hidden relationships and trends. It explores through the data to find some trends and hidden relationships. For example, in the region of North India, they have been buying more of this brand. Okay, they've been using this shampoo more than the other parts of the country. They've been using this soap more than the other part of the country. So you get some trends in the data. You get some trends. You can run the queries on this software and they will give you the answers to that. So aims to find patterns and relationships in data. So it is like the work of a detective. It is the work of a detective. In corollary, we have confirmatory data analytics. Now, confirmatory data analytics means that something you use statistical technique to confirm a hypothesis of data. You use statistical technique to confirm hypothesis. So, for example, when I have yes or no questions, when I have true or false questions, that is known as confirmatory data analytics, or the software that helps me do that is confirmatory data analytics software. Statistical techniques to say true or false or to confirm hypothesis of data. It is the work of a judge. It confirms. So, it is the work of a judge. So, I have detective and judge, both of them right here. So, we have exploratory data analytics and confirmatory data analytics. Okay, exploratory aims to find the patterns and relationships in data. Confirmatory aims to confirm certain hypotheses of data using statistical tools, okay, like sampling. Yeah, so using statistical tools, it helps to confirm the data. It is the exploratory is the work of a detective, confirmatory is the work of a judge. Next two are qualitative data analytics and quantitative data analytics. Qualitative helps in finding some values or some kind of qualities in a data, some qualities in a data. Interpretative in nature. For example, in lehengas, pastel colors are moving right now. Yeah, so some kind of qualitative aspects of data. Interpretative in nature. It uses text, image, audio, video to understand data. Quantitative data analysis, analytics. Numerical data with quantifiable variables. Now, when you have numbers, yeah, quantifiable data, number, percentages, in that case, it is known as quantitative data analytics. Compared or measured. You can compare it with other data, you can measure it with other data. So, clear about exploratory, confirmatory, quantitative and qualitative. Which is interpretative, qualitative is interpretative. Next bucket, we have data mining. Data mining. Sorting through large data sets. Sorting through, like how gold mining, sorting through the mine to look for gold. Similarly, data mining, sorting through large data sets to identify what? To identify trends, patterns and relationships. To identify trends, patterns and relationships. Now, text mining, like how data mining means sorting through large set of data, text mining means sorting through textual data like emails or Word documents or some notepads, right? Sorting out through text files, mails, documents to find out certain trend patterns or relationships. Next, we have predictive learning. Predictive learning means you have to predict the customer's behavior based on certain past habits of the customer. You have to predict what he can buy in the future. Predictive learning. Predictive learning. Then we have machine learning and big data analytics. Machine learning is the artificial intelligence technique to churn through the data sets, which means that machine learning is the machine's ability to learn by itself. Machine's ability to learn by itself by churning through the data sets. By going through a lot of data, by understanding a lot of data, it kind of self-learn. It's a self-study. Then we have big data analytics. In big data analytics, tools to set of data that are unstructured or semi-structured. Big data is a very important concept. We will do that. Big data talks about how, say, Flipkart Big Billion Day. Yeah, so many transactions in a single day. How to process all of those transactions. So, traditional models, traditional database models does not help us to understand the kind of large data that is currently being used. We need some specialized technique, and that technique is known as big data analytics. They have specialized analytical tools that helps us to analyze the data. Now, this data can be structured or semi-structured. Structured or semi-structured. Clear with the 9 types of data analytics? Before we go to the next slide, 9 types of data analytics. Point number 1, exploratory data analytics. Point number 2, confirmatory data analytics, qualitative data analytics, quantitative data analytics, data mining, text mining, predictive learning, machine learning and big data analytics. Clear? Clear? Very good. Let's move on to the next application areas of data analytics. Where are the data analytics used? Where are data analytics used? So, mostly it's used across many industries, but for the sake of your textbook, they have given only 4 areas. So, you can also write that. So, one, they are saying banks or credit card companies, HDFC, ICICI, they will use data analytics. Next, they are saying e-commerce companies such as Flipkart or Amazon are going to use data analytics because their volume is pretty huge. So, if you see, they have picked up entities that have a huge volume of data. huge volume of data. Flipkart, Amazon. Mobile network operators. So now I have my Jio, I have Airtel, right? So mobile network operators means that the various providers of mobile network services. Then I have my healthcare operations. Healthcare operations, hospitals, pharmaceutical, healthcare operations. In that, I definitely need data analytics. So 4 areas where the volume of transaction is very high, and they are saying they are the application areas of data analytics. Yes, number 1, HDFC, ICICI, banks. Number 2, your Jio, Airtel, yeah, mobile network operators. Number 3, your e-commerce websites such as Flipkart, Amazon, right? Number 4, we have healthcare organizations. Healthcare organizations, the volume of data that they have is huge in terms of the, for a single person, they need to collect so many details of them, yeah? So even horizontally, their data is going to be very large. Data analytics process. Please mark this question as important because it is an amendment. Data analytics process. Let us see what does the data analytics process has to say. So number 1, when you want to get answers from any software, number 1, you have to feed data into the software. So find the correct information, collect information, and once you collect information from so many sources, so many structured or unstructured information that you collect, you need to clean that information, okay? Data cleansing. So let's go point wise. First is data collection. Who collects the data? Data scientists and data engineers collect the data and integrate the data. Data scientists and data engineers integrate the data that is available. They can load the data. So once they've collected the data in some format, they have to load it into the data analytics software. They have to load it in, so Hadoop is one famous data analytics software used. So they can load it in a Hadoop cluster or some other data warehouse which provides analytical abilities. Okay, so they can collect the data. Who can collect the data? Data scientists and data engineers. What will they do with the collected data? They will load it in a Hadoop cluster. Hadoop cluster. After that, pull relevant data from a stream of data. Pull the relevant data from a stream of data. Okay. Find and fix data quality problems. Data cleansing job. So for example, some of my reports have the date as DDMMYY. Some other reports have just DDMM. Some have DDMMYYYY. Okay, it's all in different format. So my this data analytics software is not going to agree to this because it's all in a different format. So first I need to fix the data quality problems, which means clean the data. I have to make all of this to a standard format. Say for example, DDMMYY. I need to make this to a standard format. Whatever I choose, I need to convert all of that into a standard format. So clear? First is data collection. Second is find and fix data quality problems. Find and fix data quality problems. At number 3, we have building an analytical model. Building an analytical model. So using modeling tools, certain modeling tools are available online. Using that and programs and languages. So using modeling tools, programs and languages, I'm going to develop a analytical model for myself, because you all need to understand data analytics is not a standard software which is used for all the organization. A healthcare industry may require a different analytics than what an e-commerce industry requires. They all require different answers. They have different questions, so they require different answers. So in case the questions are different, the answers are different, can the software be same? No, the software also is different as per the needs of the industry, needs of the organization. So we have languages such as Python, Scala, SQL, structured query languages. So we use all these languages, modeling tools and programs to build an analytical model. Analytical model means a data analytics model. The process of testing this model with a little bit of data, with a partial set of data to test the accuracy of the result. to test the accuracy of the result is known as training. The process of testing this model against a partial set, means against a small set, to understand if it's like a trial and run. This trial and run is known as training. Training. What is it known as? Training. Yeah. Finally, after I have the analytical model, I need to process the data, communicate the results to the management or whoever is interested. Communicating the results using data visualization techniques. When I say data visualization techniques, I mean, you remember the first sales dashboard that you saw where you had so many performance indicators, you had pie charts, you had scoreboards. Yeah. So using such data visualization tools, data visualization on how the person who's going to see the data is going to understand the data. Data visualization tools. Have that and communicate the findings. Communicate the findings from your data analytics software. Yeah. Quickly, can we revise the data analytics process? Data analytics process. Okay. Point number 1, collect the information. Point number 2, find and fix data quality problems. Third one, build an analytical model. How will I build an analytical model? Using some tools, using some programs, using some languages. Yes, I will build an analytic model. I will simply launch it in the organization, or will I do a trial run? I'll do a trial run, and that trial run is known as testing. After doing that, I will communicate the results to the management using data visualization techniques. Done with data analytics. Next question is on business intelligence. What is business intelligence? It is the technological driven process, to analyze the data, develop and run queries, present actionable information, includes ad hoc analysis as and when required. Ad hoc analysis and querying helps in enterprise report planning, reporting. Okay, so business intelligence is a technology driven process to analyze the data. Please note, it is different from business process automation. This is business intelligence. Types of business intelligence, very similar to your data analytics. Okay, you have OLAP, already studied, mobile BI, real-time BI, operational BI, open source BI, collaborative BI. So nowadays we have many solutions available in the market. Data visualization softwares, advanced analytics, here where you have data mining, predictive analysis, we studied that in types of DA as well. Then you have Hadoop systems, repositories for storing data from raw files. Okay. Agile BI and data warehousing approach. Agile BI means breaking up the BI, business intelligence projects, into small chunks so that you can work on it in an iterative mode. Iterative mode means step by step. Clear? So business intelligence types. Next, I have the reasons and objectives for business. See, business intelligence. Why do I need business intelligence in my company? I need it to understand where I stand, to understand if I have a competitive advantage over the other players in the market. Yeah, to understand the position of the firm with respect to the competitors, what other firms are doing to better their sales. Yeah, Zomato needs to understand what Swiggy is doing. Swiggy needs to understand what Dunzo is doing. Yeah, all of these players kind of understand what the other is doing and sort of implement their own strategies. Changes in customer behavior, market conditions. So the reasons and objectives of BI, since it is a general answer, please mark a warning symbol. Reasons and objectives for business EI. Competitive advantage, quality, improve the quality of information, What can it show us? Capabilities of the firm, position of the firm with respect to the competitors, what the other firms are doing, changes in customer behavior and market conditions. Okay. The benefits of business intelligence, all the points which benefit the company. Again, a general question. improving the decision making, increasing in efficiency, new revenues, competitive advantage, optimizing business process, better communication between departments, customer experience. Again, a very general answer, but it is for everything good, improving the efficiency, effectiveness, speeding of decision making, new revenues, new areas of revenues, competitive advantages, enhancing the customer experience. Business intelligence benefits. Clear? General question again. Right. So, done with data analytics, done with business intelligence. We're moving to what is business reporting. What is business reporting? What is business reporting? Under that we have public reporting of operational and financial data. Okay, to help decision makers, ETL, extract, transform and load technique required. Okay, it could be in print form, email form, or it can be accessed via the corporate intranet. It can be accessed via the corporate intranet. Increase in use of computing power to produce reports. Okay, so it's basically public reporting of operational and financial data. It could be operational financial data. It could also be ESG, environmental, social and global. Environmental, social and global. What do I need to report to my stakeholders? See, every organization works to create values for its stakeholders. Now, what do I need to report for the stakeholders? Vision, mission, objective, corporate governance strategies, risk management strategies, short-term and long-term strategies. Okay. My overall social and environmental performance. Okay, fine. Let us study about what is XBRL. What is XBRL? What is XBRL? Now, XBRL stands for Extensible Business Reporting Language. Now, we are studying business reporting, which means it is the reporting of the financial and operational data of any organization. Now, when we study business reporting, one method of business reporting is XBRL reporting, Extensible Business Reporting Language. What is XBRL? Okay, XBRL is nothing but it is an open language which is used for reporting financial information in a digital manner, and it is across the countries. It is like a uniform sort of a reporting module. So, when reports are uniform, it is very easy for you to compare the financials of one company with the financials of another company. Open standard for digital reporting. When they say open, it's like an open software. You can add to it, you can add words to it, you can change the coding. Yeah, open international software or standard. Managed by XBRL International Inc. Now, this software is managed by XBRL International Inc. Is it applicable to Indian companies? Yes, very much. XBRL is applicable to Indian companies. Language in which the reporting terms can be defined. Standard way to communicate and exchange business information. Standards way to communicate and exchange business information. Now, let me tell you how this works in a general language. Okay. So, for example, if I want to say greetings, for example, I may say namaste, my friend may say vanakkam, another friend may say hello, but it all actually means we are greeting the other person. Greetings. Okay. Similarly, when I want to say accounts receivables, yeah, someone could call it sundry debtors, someone could call it receivables, someone could call it due from customers, but what we all mean is accounts receivable. So, is it possible that company A calls it sundry debtors, company B calls it receivables, company C calls it due from customers? Yes, it is possible. XBRL reporting is a process through which all these are standardized into one single term that is defined by the XBRL standard. Okay. So, now this term is known as taxonomy. This term is known as taxonomy, which is globally used, and the process of linking or tagging the various different words to this one word is known as tagging. The process of tagging this word to the appropriate taxonomy is known as tagging. Clear? Now see, I can, through my accounting system, I can generate reports. Through some notes and disclosures, I can have reports. Through some third-party confirmations, I can have reports. So I put all of these reports into my XBRL software, and it does some formatting, and it gives me various reports for different purposes. It gives me purposes, what to put on my website. I can define how my tax return should be like, internal reports, how do I want it. With ROC or MCA, I want to do some regulatory filings. How do I do that? How do I want my printed financials to be, right? So this XBRL documents help me in generating my reports, my business reports, for meeting the requirement of all these people. Yeah, all these people. What you report on your website may not be may not have the exact amount of information that you have when you say you file with the statutories. While you're filing with MCROC, you have more information. Clear? Done. Reduces redundancy and discrepancies, repeatable processes using tools. Okay. Now here I just wanted you to understand what is XBRL. It's a software that helps in digital reporting of financial information. Movement of financial data will be rapid, accurate and digital, because XBRL is used in almost 600 countries over the world. Okay, it is also known as barcodes for reporting. XBRL, my dear friends, is also known as barcodes for reporting. Barcodes means standardized barcodes. It's also known as barcodes for reporting. Unique tags are associated with each terms. Unique tags are given, like how SKUs are given for each inventory, like that unique tags are associated with each term. Clear? Now what is a taxonomy? It is a dictionary of words. A dictionary of accounting terms, like how we discussed in the previous slide. It is a dictionary of accounting terms. Unique number is provided to each word. Tagging, it is the process through which every word is tagged to its most appropriate taxonomy. It's tagged to its most appropriate taxonomy. Clear? In addition to tagging it, I also have additional parameters such as classification. Yeah, I want to put the year, I want to put rupees. I can do all of that using an XBRL software. Who are the users of XBRL? So under XBRL, your first question would be, what is XBRL? Your second question could be the users of XBRL. So who uses XBRL? Regulators. Yeah, for checking out my accounts, for filing for my tax authorities, for checking out my tax liabilities. Yeah, all of these regulators could use XBRL reports. Companies, my stakeholders, everyone in my supply chain management could be using XBRL reports, and they could be even checking my XBRL formatted reports. Governments, now very important, for enabling e-governance, for simplifying the process of reporting. Yeah, they need to use, or they are using XBRL documents, XBRL softwares. Data providers such as CRISIL or CARE, they need to give ratings, right? So they use XBRL softwares. Analysts, example, some investment banking. Yeah, analysts also use XBRL documents. Then I have investors. They want to compare my financials with the one in my industry, with another company in my industry. So they use XBRL financials so that it is very easy to compare. And finally, accountants who actually work on the XBRL documents, who actually work on the XBRL financials. So now I have my regulators, my companies, my government, data providers, analysts, investors, accountants, right? Users of XBRL. What does XBRL do? Now this question is a little tricky. What does XBRL do? What does XBRL do? It provides the confidence to the users, confidence to the publishers that the data that they have published is right. Publishers means you can say companies. Companies believe that the data they have given is right because it is in the XBRL format. XBRL format also has mechanisms to flag suspicious data or flag exceptional data. So in case anything is going wrong in the financials, your XBRL will highlight or double check with you. Is everything okay? This was your ratio last year, this year this is the ratio. Do you want to recheck? Yeah? So like that. Consumers test against rules. Consumers can use the XBRL to test against some rules. They can have some business rules, for example, what is the GP ratio, what is the net profit ratio. GP means gross profit, NP net profit ratio, and they can compare it for many companies in the same industry. So they can test the statements against some rules. Users means the people who actually read the XBRL reports. They could be investors or they could be creditors, anyone. Now they can change it into different languages, and that will help them compare it. For example, a Chinese man wants to invest in your company. They are not going to be very comfortable in reading your English report. They would prefer a Chinese report. They can use XBRL and convert your English XBRL document into Chinese XBRL document, because XBRL supports many languages. It supports many multilingual support it has. Okay, so what does XBRL do for three parties? Number one is publishers. It gives them the confidence that the data they have published is correct. Number two, the consumers. They can test against the rules. They can test against rules. Number three is your investors, okay, is the users who read the report. They can change it into different languages, and they can also compare it with different financials. Yes, boys and girls, are you clear about what XBRL does? This could be a tricky question. This answer may not strike immediately. So I want all of you all to take a note of it. We are going to the next question. Next question is important features of XBRL. Important question. Important features of XBRL. Important features of XBRL. Number one, clear definitions. Your taxonomies are there. Along with taxonomy, one explanatory text or the meaning of the taxonomy is given, where everything that possibly can be included in the taxonomy is given in this text. Okay. Reusable definition or taxonomies, these terms captures the meanings and relationships between terms. So it also captures the relationships between terms. Taxonomies are developed by whom? By government agencies, regulators, or accounting standard setters. Accounting standard setters. XBRL can be used and extended as needed. So XBRL is known as extensible business reporting language. Extensible means what? You can expand it, you can extend it. For example, there are some taxonomies not defined in the rules, okay, because they may not know at that point of time. For example, some blockchain transaction or blockchain investment not given as a taxonomy right now. But can I add that, because my company has invested in blockchain, can I add that into the taxonomy of XBRL? Yes, 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 you can, because XBRL is an expandable language. It is an expandable language. Testable business rules, logical and mathematical. I can apply many logical and mathematical rules, business rules, to check if the information that is published in the XBRL report is accurate, is CAR, complete, accurate and reliable. And that will help me to stop poor quality information. That will also help me to flag or highlight questionable information. Flag or highlight questionable information. It will also help me to create ratios. So point number one, clear definitions. Taxonomies, clear definitions. And who builds the taxonomies? The government agencies, the accounting setter boards, the regulators. Yeah. Point number two is going to be testable business rules. I can use mathematical or logical rules against some set of a data to ensure that the quality is maintained, quality of data is maintained, to ensure that ratios, I can compare ratios to flag and highlight transactions, Questionable transactions. Multilingual support. Your XBRL report can be displayed in many languages. So if I choose French, it will come in French. If I choose Arabic, it will come in Arabic language. XBRL reports can generate reports in many languages, XBRL software. Translations of definitions can also be added. Okay. Definitions can also be added by third party. Strong software support. There are many vendors who provide this XBRL service. So you always, you can rely on vendors or the market in order to provide you a very strong software support. It's not that only one person you have to go to XBRL Inc., International Inc. and knock the door and say that my software is not working or can you please explain this? No. You have many large and small vendors who you can reach out to in order for any assistance. So, 4 points in important features of XBRL. First point, clear definition of terms. Clear definition of terms. All of you, are you revising with me? Clear definition of terms. Testable business rules. Testable business rules. Third, you have multilingual support. And fourth, you have software support. Strong software support. Clear definition, testable business rules, multilingual and strong software support. Clear? Awesome. Next, we're moving to compliance. Under compliance, conforming to the rules, policies, standards and laws. Conforming to the rules, policies, standards and law. Okay. Now, my regulatory compliance. General compliance applicable to all. Example, Income Tax Act. Specific compliance applicable to specific types of business. Example, labor laws, Companies Act. Yeah, Companies Act will not apply to a sole proprietor concern. So, like that, my specific regulations versus my general regulations. And we have reached the last part of the chapter. Last part of the chapter, important exam question. Important exam question. What are the pros and cons of having two softwares? One software for handling, what is the pros and cons of having different softwares for doing your accounts and tax versus having the same software to do your accounts and tax together in the same software? So, what are the pros and cons of having two separate software, one for doing accounts, one for doing tax, versus having a software which can do both accounts and tax, having a software which can do both accounts and tax. So, the code word for this is T-Cafe. T-Cafe. T stands for time, C for cost, A for accuracy of data, F for features, additional features, and E for efforts. E for efforts. Okay. Time and efforts. Time and efforts is covered in T, and E is for ease of software operations. Ease of software operation. Ease of software operation. Clear? So, time and efforts. Now, when you have your accounting plus tax in one software itself, then the time and efforts is going to be less, as you don't need to transfer data from software A to software B. It's all there in the single place. But it's going to be more as computation is complicated, because you are all aware that your tax computation or tax profit is very different from your book profits. So, you need to make all those adjustments or make the software learn how to make those adjustments. Only tax software, time and efforts are going to be more. Cost, obviously you are getting two things in one software, so cost is going to be more here. Only tax software is going to be less. Accuracy of input data. Accuracy of the input data is going to be more accurate, because accounts, whatever data goes into accounts, same data will come in tax. So, it will not change, it will be more accurate. Here you are copying from one software to another software, so the accuracy is less. Accuracy is less. Features and functions. Features and functions. Accounting and tax, obviously less features, because it is a software which is combining both accounts and tax, versus an only tax software will be more specialized. Will give you more features as compared to an account plus tax software. So, you can understand this by this example. Clicking photos using WhatsApp versus using the camera app on your phone. Tell me in what will you get better features available. Obviously when you use the camera app, because it is a specialized app for clicking pictures, so the features will be more. The editing options or the views that you can take is going to be, the videos you can take slow motion, fast motion, whatever. So using camera app, the features are going to be more. Using WhatsApp, it's going to be basic features. Basic features for clicking a photo. Please note, for clicking a photo. Ease of software operation. Ease of software operation. Now, accounting and software is going to be difficult, okay, and this only tax is going to be easy, because accounting software you need to, put proper conditions, what to add in the tax profit, what not to add, what extra to add, all that you have to define rules. In only tax, it is pretty simple, it is easy, okay, clear? So, pros and cons of having two softwares. T-Cafe, 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 T. T stands for time and efforts required. C. C stands for cost, A stands for accuracy, F stands for features, E stands for ease of software operation. Ease of software operations. Clear, guys? Yes? Wonderful. Let's move on to the last part of this chapter, okay? Now, I want you all to buckle up. We're going to do a quick revision, a quicker than quick revision of all the concepts of chapter 2. You ready? Yes. So, what is a system? System is a set of interrelated data that work together. What is a process? Input, and then you perform certain activity on it and get some output. Types of data, two types of data. You're able to remember: master data and non-master data. Master data, non-master data. Master data types. How many types were there in master data? 4. Are you able to recall? Accounting, inventory, statutory, payroll. Accounting, inventory, statutory, payroll. 4 types of master data. Voucher and voucher types. Voucher types also we had seen. You have your journal voucher, yeah, your inventory vouchers, all of that. Grouping of ledgers using your debit and credit. Under debit and credit, you have income, liabilities, and then expenses and assets. Why separate front end and back end? You remember this answer? Why separate front end and back end? Domain expertise, user experience, presentation speed, language. Domain expertise, user experience, presentation speed and language. Next question is difference between installed and cloud applications. Difference between installed and cloud applications. I am a dreamer and doer. I perform with flexibility. I for installation, A for installation and maintenance, A for accessibility, M for mobile application, D for data storage, D for data security. I perform with flexibility, performance and flexibility. Performance is internet, flexibility is cost. Data warehouse. What is a data warehouse? Benefits of ERP system. If you remember, we did 2 buckets. Yeah, TIC, time information cost, 322. Bucket number 2 was management, supplier, customers, 311. You remember the points? You're able to recall the points under that? Very good. Next is ERP risks and controls. ERP risks and controls, we had divided into 5. Yeah, so one was people, process, technology, implementation, post-implementation. People, process, technology, implementation, post-implementation. Under each of these points, we had many sub-bullet points. Yeah, okay. RBAC, 2 types of role-based access controls. We have MAC and DAC, mandatory access control and discretionary access control. Types of access. Remember the 4 types of access: create, alter, view, print. 2-mark question: create, alter, view, print. Controls in ERP system. What are the different controls in the ERP system? ITGC and application controls. Audit of ERP system. So you have audit of data and audit of processes. Under audit of data, you have physical safety and access control. Physical safety and access controls. Under processes, you have functional audit, which means audit of the processes, functional audit, and after that you have input validations. Input validations. Clear? Yes? Very good. Business categories of BPM. Okay, we know that manufacturing, trading and service. Next we have ERP modules. So many modules that we discussed. Under this, there could be a question on risks and controls for a particular process. Under that, they could ask 3 levels. They could either ask configuration wherever applicable. They could ask risks and controls with regards to masters, or with regards to transactions. We discussed an easy way to remember the masters. Yeah, 4 general points for masters, and for transactions you have to apply your logic and write the points. Integration points, how different softwares are integrated with how different modules are integrated with each other. Then we had MIS, what is MIS, and criteria of MIS report. Yeah, if you see this question, you're going to do a small dance in your exam. Okay, you're going to do a happy dance in your exam. Right. Now, criteria of MIS report, STAR. S stands for structured, T for timely, T for timely, S, A for accurate, and R for relevant, Next, we have data analytics types. You remember the 9 types of data analytics that we studied? Quickly, 9 types of data analytics: exploratory, confirmatory, qualitative, quantitative, data mining, text mining, predictive analysis, and then we had big data analysis and machine learning. Perfect. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for the next question? DA applications. Though DA is used across all the industries, but we had 4 major things because of the volume of transactions. Number 1, banking. Number 2, e-commerce. Number 3 goes to Jio and Airtel, which is your mobile network operators. Number 4 goes to your healthcare organizations. DA process. Collect the data. By whom? By data engineers, by data scientists, integrate the data together, and then you have your finding and fixing data quality problems, data cleaning job. Yeah. After that, build an analytical model using what? Using modeling tools, using programming languages, build an analytical model. Trial run on it, that is known as testing. And then we had finally communicating the results using data visualization techniques. Business intelligence. What is business intelligence? Reasons for business intelligence, some general points: competitive advantage, reliability of information, yeah, what my competitors should do, all of that. Benefits of business intelligence, all the good points, yeah, benefits of business intelligence: increase in new service offerings, better customer satisfaction, those general points. So these 2 questions are general questions. What is XBRL? Extensible Business Reporting Language. What does XBRL do? It gives the publishers the confidence, it gives the customers the ability to test against business rules, it gives the users or the investors to convert into different language or to compare it with other financials. Tagging. What is tagging? What is taxonomy? Taxonomy is a dictionary of accounting terms. Tagging is the process by which any term is tagged with the most appropriate taxonomy. Who uses XBRL? So we had some regulators, we had government, we had data analysts, we had investors, we have accountants. One more was some data providers or information providers. Okay, who uses XBRL? Next is important features of XBRL. Important question. One is clear definition, testable business rules. Using mathematical and logical rules, you can test the data. Testable business rules. Number 3, multilingual support. And at number 4, we have strong software support. Yes. Regulatory compliance, accounts and tax software. What are the pros and cons of having accounts and tax software? Guys, so I think this was the end of the chapter, chapter number 2. I think we did a very quick revision of chapter number 2, and I hope everyone is thorough with all the questions that possibly could come from chapter number 2, right? In case of any doubts, we can get in touch. All the best, guys. Thank you.